No more chatter.
Yeah. Well, that's enough banter. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Nerd Holes Dragon Ball Z Rewatch Cast, where every month Will and I sit down and we cover a chunk of Dragon Ball Z. We have watched Dragon Ball from the very beginning, and we're going through chronologically. So now we started the Imperfect Cell saga. And we're doing these in two parts. So today we are going to cover episode 140 to 146.
Yes.
So, like we usually do, Will, I'd like you to tell me your thoughts on this section.
In general, it was pretty interesting. I think there was only like one episode I was like kind of meh about, but
Hmm.
in general, it was pretty decent. And there were a couple things that happened in it that I legitimately was like, oh, okay. Like,
Mm.
I like just didn't know things or also didn't expect things. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah, it's funny to see like the androids are the threat, but then all of a sudden like
yes.
yes, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels like that's been a new thing. I don't really remember that being a thing in like other sagas
Yeah.
that like two villains were fighting for the same, you know.
Right.
I
Yeah.
guess Captain Ginyu and Frieza, but they felt like they were on the same side of things. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's one of those fun things where it's like Cell is technically an android. So like it still
yeah.
is like the android saga. But yeah, yeah, it's interesting. So have you seen Cell before? I remember you saying you remember the scorpion tail guy.
I don't I don't think he looked like this from what I
Okay.
remember of him.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because like him having the like covered stripe like orange mouthpiece, I
Hmm.
didn't think it was gonna be a mouth. I thought he was just gonna like just be a
Yeah.
bug or something. But then he started to talk and I was like, oh, okay.
Ah, Piccolo.
Right. Right,
I
exactly.
know all of you. Yeah, you know what I appreciate is that they don't linger on the mystery.
Not too much, no.
It's like that one episode where they're like, "Hey, this thing's attacking this town," and you
Yeah,
kind of see, and Piccolo shows up the next episode. It's like, "All right, well, since you're gonna die, I'll explain everything." And it's like, "Oh, okay, thanks." I actually appreciate not going 8 episodes to
yeah,
learn like what the deal with this guy is.
true. Yeah, I can go
Yeah.
along with that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think as far as like story, I think it's a cool concept, right? That this is just another Dr. Gero like backup plan.
Hmm.
Um like he didn't have the time to build Cell as is, so he let the computer finish him for the next however long.
Yeah. It was definitely one of those moments where I was like, okay. When he first was
Yeah.
explaining it, I was like, no, don't do this. Like, don't do this thing where it's like, well, of course, but in this other secret room, and then
Yeah.
as he kept
Yeah.
talking,
Oh,
I
you
was
blew
like,
up the lab? Did you blow up the secret lab under the lab?
right.
Like,
So
no.
as explanations were being carried out, I was like, I can I'm fine with this. But the first like bit,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, It's like because then you're gonna find out that after that lab's been destroyed, well, it's like, well, you didn't destroy the other remote lab that was on the island, and you're like, okay,
Yeah. But also remember that from Cell's timeline, the lab was never destroyed anyway,
right, right,
which is kind of which is fun.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So remember kind of when I was hinting like, I don't know, maybe we don't know this Trunks that we'll see. Well, maybe we won't even.
I see.
So, yeah, how do you feel about like the timeline stuff?
It got a little confusing.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of confused. I don't think I'm fully confused, but I am. I do think I'm a little bit confused.
I think most fans don't understand it really. So
Yeah,
I don't think like it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, there's different timelines and like you move on. Like when you really dig into it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
yeah.
But from my understanding, this Trunks that is in the show now is not the same Trunks that came and killed Frieza.
Okay,
It's a different timeline version of that Trunks. So he has those memories, but it's an alternate. It branched because of going back and going to the future and then going back. It branched down a
I
different
see.
path. Yeah, because the one that Cell kills in the future,
Right, right.
so from Cell's actual timeline, it's the Trunks that came back to the future from killing Frieza and warning about the androids. And he set the date to go back to help them fight the androids.
Okay,
And that's the version that was killed. But
okay,
the actual Trunks that came back now in the Cell saga was a version of him that made it back before Cell killed him, basically.
okay, okay.
So, right. So there's I think
Uh,
technically there's four timelines. There's the timeline where Goku's supposed to die and the
right.
androids take over.
Okay, yeah, and it's only Trunks who's alive,
Yeah,
and Gohan is killed.
I think it's different from that timeline too. I
Oh,
think
oh,
it's like basically, yeah, the Earth is destroyed. Cell has no ability to like become perfect because the androids are like the only thing left on the planet. So like, what's the point? And
oh, okay,
I think the second one is a version we don't get to see. I think that's the one where um that's the one that Cell comes from. The one
okay,
that he was explaining to Piccolo. I think
yeah,
that's the other one. The third one is like the main what we're watching this timeline,
yeah.
and the fourth is the one with future Gohan. That's like a different
Okay,
alternate timeline.
okay,
Yeah. So
interesting.
it's confusing. Yeah.
Okay, I can kind of follow. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like so Cell is from a future timeline and this Trunks is from a different future timeline. But yeah. So they're both from the future. It's fun. Whatever. Move on, you know. It's
It's
like
it's one of those things that like they do that not a lot of time travel things do. It's like if you were to go and affect the past in any fashion, like it would just
hmm
continue, you would be continuously changing everything. And that's what it seems
Yeah.
like what they're doing is like every time Trunks does something, it's like, well, that's creating another timeline.
Yeah, basically, so he when he came back to warn them, that created a different timeline. And then when he came back again, when he went to his future and then came back,
Yeah,
split it twice again.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they even have a few of those conversations, right, where he's like, "Well, we can't, even if we should destroy the basement lab because, basically whatever in 10 years it would still Cell would be born in the lab
Right.
here. Then you'd have
Right.
two
Right.
unless we,
Right.
so it's like, so yeah, we need to destroy Cell in the incubation thing, but that's not going to kill this other Cell from the future. It's not going to affect his timeline. His timeline still exists. It's not like,
Right.
well, if
Right.
we stop it here, it's not like Back to the Future where
Right.
his parents aren't getting together and all his siblings and his pictures like disappear. It's
Right.
not affecting the
Not like
future
that.
because
Yeah.
they're split.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why that scene in Endgame is like super fun where they're explaining time travel and they're
Yeah.
comparing it to like all the movies that do time travel.
They're like, that's not how it works.
Like, no, that's not how the timelines work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. So, yeah, the last episode,
Mm-hmm.
Goku's awake now.
Yeah.
Took a while, but we're here. But I don't know. I don't how do you I think I've told you this before. Like I think as a kid I was always bummed out like when Goku wasn't doing stuff. But as an adult I appreciate everybody else having screen time more.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely don't have a problem with the like, because that's just what it's been the entire series so far. It's
Yeah.
just like, he's here, you're watching him, you're interacting with him. Something happens to him, he's out for an extended period of time, or he's unavailable, and then it's like, okay, now it's time to. It's like we do all of this exposition of like who the villain is, why they're so terrible,
Yep.
other heroes like getting killed or barely surviving or being injured, and then it's like, here comes Goku, and he barely hangs on, and then they all fight together, and then destroy the bad
Yeah.
guy, or almost destroy the bad guy, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets
Oh,
his body swapped and beat up and then he has to recover or he he has a
right,
disease and he's got
right,
to
right.
be in bed for 8 months.
And the thing is it's like, it's not something I like love about the storytelling of the show,
Yeah.
but in general, I don't have a problem with it.
Well, as like a Piccolo fan, this is a pretty cool section because he fuses with Kami
Right.
and he has a couple episodes where he's legitimately like fighting Cell pretty good,
Mm.
which is fun. It's funny to see, right, that like Piccolo has become like the I don't know, the brains of the group. He's like very smart and collected about the situations and yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Popo's crying. Remember? And it's like, come in.
No, no. Yeah.
But that shows you that I like that because it shows you that Kami wouldn't have fused because of the androids, but he knew Cell was bad.
Yeah, he kind of was putting together that there was something bigger and badder
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, I mean, 17 and 18 have destroyed stuff, but within a day,
Right.
Cell is what they can just killed everybody in three towns, three major cities.
Totally.
Yeah. That how do you feel about that? They don't really shy away from showing you how he absorbs their energy. That one scene is pretty pretty brutal. That one guy.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, the thing, so do you want me to just talk about that, or do you want
Yeah.
me to just
Yeah.
just
Yeah, you can just
just
bounce. Yeah.
bounce around? Okay.
Yeah, whatever you think.
So so the him going to the town was like really crazy. But before all that stuff happened, they go to the time capsule ship, right? And
Yes.
they
Oh
find
yeah.
the seed or the egg or whatever you want to call
I
it.
think that's the first episode. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, okay, this makes sense. Like Cell, I'm like, okay, cool. He's a little like, whatever the thing was, this like shell thing that they find.
Like a
And then,
cicada thing. Yeah.
yeah. But then they end up finding, yeah, like they end up finding that weird brown like alien thing.
Mm. Oh, right, because in the ship it's the shell,
Right,
and they realize that something blasted out of the glass.
right. I was like, okay. But am I wrong in thinking that like we've seen the brown alien thing before?
I don't know. I think it's one of those designs drawn that's very similar to a lot of other things. But I totally get what you're saying. Like it seems like, yeah, it seems like we've seen that before for some
Oh
reason.
man, I feel like we've definitely seen it.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know. I
like an
couldn't
alien
pinpoint
or
it.
something.
Probably. Yeah, I mean the thing that you've probably noticed is that the art style, a lot of things look similar.
Yeah.
So like, there's the famous thing where like if you drew like Goku
Hmm.
and then you put Yamcha's hair on him, he looks just like Yamcha. If you put Vegeta's hair on him, he looks just like Vegeta. It's like facial features are pretty similar
Hmm.
if you just swap hair, really. But as far as like, yeah, that kind of stuff.
It just was really
Yeah.
surprising. I just felt like I had seen.
Oh, you know what they look like? They look like the kind of looks like the insect planet that like Vegeta and Nappa destroy.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm
That one
thinking.
episode, remember they go there and they like
Yeah,
kill the queen and, and like eat everybody.
maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
They look very similar to that, like bug insect.
Yeah. So they go. I liked how that all played out. I honestly enjoyed that episode. It was Bulma was good in it. Like all that stuff
Oh yeah,
was good, and I liked how they were putting things together and figuring things out. They go to Ginger Town, and like you're saying, they all of a sudden it's just clothes are everywhere, and I was like,
yeah.
okay. And it reminded me a lot of the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds thing, where like
Oh, and they would vaporize them out of
they
the
would vape, yeah.
clothes. Yeah,
And I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, so he's some giant like bug thing. Got it. Like, I got this. He's just like a weird, he's a bug. But the thing that really threw me off was they started to talk about how, I don't know if it was in the next episode or two episodes later, but they started to talk about how it's like, I can sense that Goku's in whatever
oh,
town. And I was
oh
like,
yeah. Like
what?
what? And he goes up and he's like, he's in his bed.
Right.
Yeah,
And I was like, what's happening? I
yeah.
was like, what is this supposed to be? And the other thing is too, yeah,
A
yeah.
little
I mean,
bit.
that's a yeah. There's definitely something, and
Yeah.
I wish I could point it. It might even be in Dragon Ball, like original Dragon Ball. But the thing that I don't know if you'll keep this in, maybe you will. The thing that I thought was really funny was as I was watching it, and in the next episode they fuse Kami and Piccolo fuse. I was like, and Goku was is out of commission still. I was like, man, that other Cooler movie like really
Oh,
really does is like really out of place.
it is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, what's super funny is like after we did that, I forget what I was doing. I was watching something and I saw this video. The thumbnail was like it was basically like, hey, this is how Cooler's revenge whatever it's called. I can never get them straight.
Like the Return of Cooler or something like
Yes,
that.
yeah. It basically the thumbnail was like how Return of Cooler spoils major plots of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, I wish I saw this before. That would have been very helpful. Yeah, immediately it's like that movie's supposed to take place in
Yeah.
this timeline, like before Cell shows up on Earth.
Weird. That's weird.
And yeah, and like you said, like Goku's fine. He's not sick in bed.
Right, right.
Um,
And de
Vegeta miraculously shows up on the planet,
right.
and Piccolo and Kami are fused, and Dende's like the guardian. It's like all this stuff that hasn't happened yet, really.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't. It was so funny. I don't understand. It's one of those things where it's like they made the movies to like put them in theaters and make
Right,
money,
right.
and then they were like, oh, it's in this timeline.
Like,
Because like
oh,
it can't be in the cell, you'll see why, but like it
I
can't be in
see.
the main cell timeline, and it can't be like before the androids.
I feel like, I mean, I don't know how it's going to play out, but I feel like it might have been able to go between this split and the next. Because Goku's like, I have to go train and find Vegeta, and like
Yeah,
Dende being up there, it would be like, how did he get up there? That would be like the only thing, but at least you would be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
um,
But it's also one of those. It's one of those things where it's like this is the first time they've been to New Namek, and it's like it doesn't make sense if they waited like 4 years to go see everybody up there, you know?
yeah, right, right.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a fun movie for what it is. Like everybody goes to Namek and it's real bad, but like doesn't fit in anywhere. And that's one of the main reasons why a lot of the movies are just like standalone or um people put them in different timelines. Most of
Yeah.
the movies are not like canon for like this
Mm,
main timeline that we're watching.
right, right. Yeah, I can totally see that, and it makes sense. It just was like, this is funny. This was something I was thinking as we were watching this stretch. Um, but I like the well, I don't know what to call him. I feel like I'm like Krillin, Super Namek, the Namek, Piccolo, whatever. I liked all that
Yeah,
stuff. I liked him deflecting that special beam cannon thing. That was pretty cool.
it was cool. Yeah. How do you feel about I never really picked up on this as much because I usually have never watched this in like 100% like order. Um, I just remember Krillin being like this in Dragon Ball Z a lot. And then it's funny to go back now and remember like he was never really like the scaredy cat.
No, right,
And
right.
now he just is always afraid of everything and wants to like bail. It's a funny character progression to me.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know why. And Yamcha's not like that, and Yamcha's the one that should be like that. He's probably the weakest of all of them.
Right.
But I don't understand why they made this switch in Krillin being like, always afraid of stuff, and I don't know. It's interesting. I just felt like in
Yeah.
this section it was very, very blatantly like this is just how Krillin is now. I get being afraid. I mean,
Yeah, like I don't know. I think a lot of it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I didn't have too much of an issue with Krillin because like he tries a couple times throughout the stretch to like fight him or deal with him.
he does when he has to, he does. Yeah.
The thing that like the thing that's crazy to me. So I don't know what episode it was, but they end up showing that Cell like absorbs people and like fully absorbs people, not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
because when he first is absorbing the man, I thought he was like aging him. And then I was like, yeah,
yeah,
but why would the clothes be there? And then it was like, oh, he's like literally absorbing him. I was like,
yeah.
okay. So that goes, we go through the whole process of that. And then he's like, "Well, I'm an android." And I was like, "But why is he absorbing people? Like he has all of the aspects of like a giant bug, like he's some sort of like mutant bug
Hmm.
thing." And then he's like, "But I'm an android and here's my backstory." And I was like, "That doesn't I don't understand." That's what like really confused me.
Yeah.
Is that like he's a thing in an incubator and he looks like a flesh thing, but he's also an android. So that's what
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And his whole thing is like he's composited from cells of
Right,
everybody.
right, right.
Um, so it's like, is he an android based on the fact that like he was created by a computer? Because
Right,
like there's
right.
not really anything in him that's, robotic.
Right, right. That's what
Yeah.
and so I was kind of led to believe that his tail thing, like absorbing people, was like the hand things with
Yeah.
Jiro and the other android. So
I think it functions the same. Yeah.
it's interesting. The thing that I really liked was um I liked the military going and shooting at him, like they were trying to.
Mm.
I like how the basically I like how I guess it's Toriyama, right? Because he's writing all these things, right? Like he's there's not somebody else like writing these
No,
episodes.
yeah, it all comes from his manga for sure. Yeah.
So the thing that I really liked was Piccolo gets jabbed in the arm or whatever, Namek, whatever. He gets jabbed
Oh,
and it's like
yeah,
draining
he
him.
just he just goes by Piccolo for the rest of the time. It's
Okay.
this it's just
Okay.
yeah.
So it's draining him and it's like and then I like the discoloration of his arm and it's like getting
Yeah.
yellow and stuff and I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." And I'm like, "Well, how are they going to get out of this?" And it's like, "Well, then the military show up and they shoot him." And he's like, he's annoyed by it. And so that
Yeah.
gives him time to grow his arm back out, which is something we already saw. So I like that it's like, how is Piccolo going to get out of this? Because he's clearly dying. And then it's like, oh, well, the military is going to show up. Like, well, that makes sense because the town is under attack. And then it's like,
Hmm.
well, how, like, but can he grow his arm back? And it's like, here you
Yeah.
go. He grows his arm back. And I was like, I just liked that
It was
all the
cool.
stuff that they have shown in the past or that, they can explain. I also
I
really enjoyed the fly thing.
Oh, the thing that actually goes around and was
Yeah.
collecting DNA. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good thing to show.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that scene you're talking about because it shows the cunningness of Piccolo. Just,
Hmm.
showing like he's weak, but also like this is how he's getting information.
Right,
And then once he
exactly.
gets all the information he wants, he grows his arm back, which is just
Right.
funny too because it just shows like how stupid Cell is sometimes because like obviously he knows Piccolo can do that. He's part Piccolo. He's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just looked this up. It's basically Cell is a bio android. It
Okay.
says that in the Japanese term they used Jinzo Negan
I see.
um is their translation of artificial human, which is used as a catch-all for robots, cyborgs, and artificial beings.
Gotcha.
So basically android is our word, English word.
Gotcha.
But he's a bio because he's made of different cells. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean you should know that by now. It's always translation. Like whenever
Yeah,
you're like, "Hey, that's weird." Like, yeah. Well, that's English.
that's true. Yeah, I that's true.
That's funny.
It it was really fascinating and I think honestly the only episode that I just it wasn't bad. It's not a bad episode. I just not a lot happened in it was the last episode. It was like
Yeah.
it was like Krillin smashes through, and they're trying to catch up with him, and the Krillin and him fight is not terrible, but then it's just
Oh,
like
he
yeah,
saves that mother and child.
the
Yeah.
child from with the plane, and then they're like the androids are on the how like driving through the city, and then it's like
Yeah, then they're in the woods. They're basically almost to his house.
and then Goku wakes up and they're like, yeah, and then that was it. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I knew at the end he was
It's
gonna show
yeah.
up. I knew that's what was gonna happen.
Well,
But
yeah, I mean yeah, you know what titles are.
yeah,
So that episode titles Our Hero Awakens. So you're like, well, that's what the last 2 minutes of the show, this episode is going to be. Goku's going to
yeah,
wake up. Um, I enjoy the ending of that episode a lot because I think this is the first time in a long time that Chi has been
normal.
normal to him.
Yeah, she was slightly normal, and I did laugh when the whole like was it Oolong or Gohan or somebody was talking when he was like smiling in the bed, and she was like,
Oh, because they're like, oh yeah, even in his dreams he's fighting and thinking
yeah,
about fighting, and she's like, yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty funny.
that was good.
I like Gohan. Like Gohan is training outside
Oh yeah,
and he hears Chi coming and he throws that capsule corp that's like it's got
but
his like jacket and his
yeah,
desk and all his books and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That was
I
funny.
think that's pretty funny.
Yep, that was
Oh
good.
man. The you'll see like training at Kami House. This is what training at Kami House is his will be is just shooting Kamehamehas over the ocean. Like that's them
Oh,
training.
okay. So
Yeah.
that's a good point that you brought up. That I am interested to see what Vegeta and Goku and essentially Trunks are all talking about.
Oh, and Ascended.
Yeah, they're like beyond Super Saiyan, and I was
Yeah.
like, is this the other hair color thing, or is this like just another, different thing that I just don't know yet?
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. It's not yeah, it's not super exciting.
No, it's okay. I'm not.
Yeah.
I just was curious to see what they were.
Well, so 3 is like the super long
Okay.
hair. You've seen that.
Yeah.
So 2 is like in between that. And sometimes the way it's drawn, like you really don't know what it is. Yeah.
I'd say.
It's just it's cool. But
Sure,
that's
sure,
a
yeah.
cool thing that like Trunks knows that like he needs to go train with his dad, even though he really doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
And
he's
even
like,
Goku, yeah.
yeah, Krillin was like, I don't
Yeah, why do you want to be with?
think he really
Well, I
wants you to be
don't.
there. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny.
But that's
Um,
but that's the thing is like, well, Vegeta's not gonna go easy on me. So like
right, right.
I'll actually get like good training, you know?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think the other thing that worth talking about that I really, really enjoyed because um not a lot of things give you that satisfaction. They allow it to be open-ended so that um people, so they can have more nonsense happening.
Hmm.
They they go to the secret lab underneath, which so like first it's all destroyed up top, which
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. They find the ladder, which and then they go down and then it's like this functioning lab and they find the thing. And the thing that I liked was Krillin's like, let's blow it up. And then it's like, no. Then they
Yeah.
find the thing to 17, right? The paper which is right
All the
in my
blueprints and stuff.
the
Yeah.
blueprint, which was great. I really enjoyed that. And
Yeah.
then when they destroy it, like they actively show the lab being destroyed to the point where they show Cell in the incubation chamber being dissolved or whatever, like
Yeah.
disintegrated.
I think Trunks actually blasts the container.
Yeah. And I really like that they followed through with it instead of just being like, we're gonna go find the lab, and then it's like we just never see them, and then
Yeah.
Trunks shows up with the blueprints kind of a thing. They could
Hmm.
have easily just done that. Instead, they showed all of the progression of them coming to that realization and then being like,
Yeah.
well, you didn't destroy everything and now this thing's
Hmm.
alive. It's very common in most shows.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that running trope where like, well, if you didn't see him die,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
no. Yeah, no, I enjoy that. I enjoy that for the fact that Trunks is like, well, this is actually like really helpful for us that like we found this and we can use these blueprints and all this stuff. Like there's all this information down here. Like
Yeah. It makes sense.
yeah, because obviously that would have been helpful the first time, but you know, he wanted to destroy the androids as soon as as soon as the door was open.
Yeah.
But realistically, it's like what honestly, your best way of like stopping them is knowing like how they were built. And I don't think they even know about this that remote that Jiro had
Oh.
because you know,
Well, I think Trunks does because he saw it get destroyed. He talks about it in one episode,
okay.
which is kind
Yeah.
of why they're looking for things in the lab when they're destroying it. He's like, well,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
might
yeah.
be something here.
Yeah. No, all those blueprints were upstairs.
You're right. You're right.
I do think that scene is like super fun where they're like, well, I don't know how we're gonna find it in the rubble, and they're like, well, just start blasting, and they start,
They
and he's
make
like, oh,
a
maybe this
ladder.
is it, and it's like it zooms over and it's just an open hole with a ladder, and you're like, yeah, that's probably
That's probably
that's
it.
probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's really it's yeah, it was a good stretch. I was pretty invested in where it was going and the same, I don't want to say tropes, but the same beats that they've done throughout the episodes didn't feel as labor intensive to get through.
Hmm.
Like I was like, because you go to watch it normally and it's like, oh no, he's really evil. He'll destroy all these things. Then he destroys them. And then it's like, oh, and then the next episode, it's just like, it's the repeat. It's a repeat. It's a repeat.
Yeah,
It's over and
or they
over and
show
over
it
again.
again. Yeah, remember
Right.
when he
Or they
did
should.
this?
Right.
Yeah, because I just watched the last episode.
So that's the thing I like is every time, he's getting the upper hand, something makes him run away. And then he has to
Hmm.
absorb more people to get his strength back. They catch up to him, something happens, and he runs away. It's like
Yeah.
it's annoying in the sense of like, oh, can't we just fight him? But at the same
Hmm.
time, it's
No, no.
also smart writing at the same time because we
Yeah,
all know that without Goku and likely Vegeta, he would just kill them all. I mean, I know
yeah.
Piccolo is very strong, but it doesn't seem like he's strong enough.
Now, that's an interesting thing. 16 says, "Oh, I'm sensing a power level that's
Oh yeah,
stronger
that's
than
right.
18
Yeah, yeah.
or 17."
So yeah, the boy get one. Yeah,
And he's like, "That's impossible."
he's like, yeah,
So,
whatever, idiot.
your sensors must be malfunctioning.
Yeah,
So Piccolo now with Kami and Nail is stronger than 17, which is cool.
right,
It's a cool like way to
right, exactly. Yeah.
keep whatever.
Oh, that was the other thing I liked too when they were showing how 'cause I was just thinking about the leveling up of stuff when they show all of the how the cells were gotten. It was all of these things
Mm.
prior to well, except for the Frieza stuff. It was all the stuff like prior to them leaving to Namek.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It was like, oh, he got Vegeta and Nappa and Goku, and I was just like, oh, and it was showing clips before they had left, and then when Frieza came, it was like, and then we got Frieza and King Cold, and I was like, oh,
The yeah, I don't and I take a little bit of a swing for getting Frieza and King Cole, but because Frieza was vaporized.
Right.
So that fly would have had to like swooped in, took
As he
his
was
blood like as he was cut,
as he
and
was
then
cut in
got up.
half, it came in. It was like, and then it flew away. Yeah, super
Yeah,
fast. Super fast. You know how
super.
fast
Yeah,
flies are. Super fast.
I do like that scene because Pickle blows it up, and he's like there's billions of them. Like,
Right, right. Like
also,
that.
like I don't need any more DNA. I'm here, so like it
Right,
doesn't matter.
right, right. He's like, yeah, you're not gonna stop the one that's in the lab or something. Like I already exist essentially.
Yeah, yeah. I wish, you know how like Star Trek went back and redid like a bunch of visuals.
Oh yeah.
I wish that like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z up to this point had been when they did like the Kai version. They
Okay,
also like updated Dragon Ball, which I don't think they ever did,
I see.
other than like censorship and stuff for English. But it just would have been cool to have them like draw in um
Oh, like show the
like
fly
bugs,
occasionally,
yeah,
or just hear
like
like
a
the sound
fly or
effect.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like adding in Dr. Gero
Yes.
would have been cool.
Just have him in the background when like the at the end when oh man, what was the guy's name? Was it Agent Black or whatever? Like when
Yeah, yeah,
Goku is fighting him at the end, like when the tower is getting exploded or the headquarters, like he's just in the background, like oh, like getting blown up, but he's not
yeah.
killed or something or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things you could do. I mean, even like Ader could just have a line in there that was like, yeah, I was created by Dr. Gero for the Red Ribbon Army.
Right, 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 right.
Anything, you know? Because it's just one of those, it was like, well, yeah, he was the one behind it, but like, okay. Like, yeah, no, I trust you, but it would have been cool just to have a little. And obviously, when he was creating Dragon Ball, he wasn't thinking about, hey,
No.
what am I gonna write about when they're all adults?
Hmm. Let me think about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so that I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know anything else. I think that's pretty much it. I do like the slow reveal of seeing Cell use other people's techniques. I thought
Oh yeah,
that's
like
fun.
solar flare and the Kamehameha
Well,
wave. Yeah.
I think he starts with Piccolo's move,
Yeah, special beam cannon,
special
right?
beam cannon. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, you think that's bad?" He's like, "Ka," and he's like, "How? How do you know?
Yeah, I always like that
Only
part where he's
Krillin and Goku and Master Roshi know how to use the Kamehameha."
I think the thing that made me laugh was in that bit. So everything's happening, and he's like, I think at the ends the episode of him being like, "Ka," and you're like,
Oh no.
and then it, right, and then it comes back, and he's like, "Is he? What is he saying over there?" And then it's like, then he shuts the.
Meh.
It was really funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, it doesn't, or maybe it ends with him shooting it, and then it's like, tune in next time. Oh, dude.
How
Okay.
does he have? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're going to talk about. That one episode, the first time we've ever had an entire intro of an episode that was narrated. Yeah.
Oh.
Is this where's everybody in Gingertown? The streets are empty. The food's on the tables. I was like, why are they doing this?
Yes. So
Never
that one,
before have we had an episode.
no.
Yeah.
So that one, totally that one, 100%. I forgot about that
I
guy
forgot all
going
about
through and
that.
doing
It's so funny.
him going through. But the other one that made me, I absolutely, I mean, I was driving and I just laughed right out loud like a maniac was, it was the last episode. And it was like Goku's on the beach, and he's like, after he catches Chi Chi, and he's like, everything's happened. He's talking, like they're like, he's like, I have to become stronger and to go farther than a Super Saiyan. And they're like, oh. And then it cuts. It's like the end of the episode is happening, and the narrator, he's like, is Goku out of his mind? And it was just, Uh,
Yeah.
it's like, has Goku lost his mind, or is there another level to Super? And I just was like, I was like, what a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is he completely
Yeah.
stupid?
Has he lost it while he being sleeping? Yeah, I know
Oh
that is
man,
super funny.
it
Yeah,
was
I forgot
made
about
me,
that too.
it made me laugh a lot.
And it's one of those things where it's like Vegeta's already talked about it too.
Right,
So it's not like he woke up out of his coma and he's like, I have to become Super Saiyan 2. He's like,
right.
what?
What?
How could there be more?
Mm,
That
that was so funny. It
was
was
pretty
so
funny.
funny. Yeah, but yes,
But
the Ginger Town one too was funny. Like panning through, and I kept thinking,
yeah.
not to make fun of the artist or whoever drew all that stuff, but like if he's a giant monster with a giant tail and he's absorbing people, like the clothes
Yeah.
would not be laid out like all perfectly. Like it was like two people sitting at a table eating breakfast like in
No.
their
Yeah.
pajamas. I was like,
Yeah.
people would be, it'd be like that pair would be way over here and that pair would be way over here because they're trying to get away from him.
Well, you don't think somebody would just sit there and watch and then wait for them to be
They'd be like, oh
killed? Yeah.
wow,
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
believe.
Hope. Oh my God.
Right, right. Oh, my husband's being
He's
absorbed. I guess we'll sit
sucking him
here
dry.
and
And
finish my
I'm
French.
next.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
gotta
know.
finish my French toast, so I'll
Yeah.
see.
I have some complaints with that too. I think yeah, everybody would have ran away.
Right.
I totally get that. I think the only thing in the other direction I would say is that the more he is absorbed and the more powerful he's become,
Yeah.
it doesn't take as long for him to absorb a person.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
obviously that one that we see is very slow and dramatic to show the audience like what the process is.
Like what's
If it
happening?
really takes that long, like nobody's gonna be around.
No, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, that is funny. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, so I think we covered that pretty good.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we got through most of the big
It
hits.
it was a fun place to end too. I feel like
Perfect
yeah,
place. Yeah. And
Goku's
it was
up and
and I also see why immediately it was called the Imperfect Cell Saga because I was like, how are
okay.
they? How I know you weren't doing it. I know the show was doing it. I was like, how are they changing sagas while the android thing
While
is
in
like?
the Android saga, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah.
then it does.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a spoiler what the next saga is called then.
Goku dies saga. I
Yeah. No
am
more Dragon Balls
the,
saga.
the thing I will tell you that I'm like, okay, are we just forgetting about these things? Because there's a scene where Cell puts together that Piccolo and Kami are the same person, and he's like, that means that the Dragon Balls can't bring anybody back. Excellent, right? He's all happy about that, and I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, but there are the Namek Dragon Balls,
Yes.
and they don't care about people being dead. So it's like,
Yes.
so that was another thing too. Is I kind of hope after all of this happens that they go to either Namek or normal Dragon Balls and like bring back all the people from like Nicky Town and Ginger Town because it's like just a particular scene where I think it's Krillin and Tien and Piccolo and they're all like, if we don't find him, he's just gonna keep attacking people. And I was like, he's killing thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Because there's
Yeah.
like, didn't they say in one episode like some crazy number of like how like there's missing people from Gingertown, and
Yeah.
it was like 30,000 people or something crazy, and it was just like what, like
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know, it just it makes everything kind of feel like I don't know, maybe that's what's supposed to be happening. It feels like everybody they're like really losing because like so many people are being killed.
Yeah. I love the reporters that are there.
Oh gosh.
I'm outside of Nicky Town.
Yes,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
it is funny.
Yeah, we don't know. There's still a lot. Still a lot. So
I
that
know.
the Dende thing that you've seen
Oh, uh-huh, yeah.
doesn't happen until uh
Like five sagas.
172, episode 172.
Oof, and we're in the 40s.
So yeah, so a ways. But
Wow. Wow.
but yeah, so no, that's a major thing that Piccolo and Kami fused it negates the Dragon Balls on Earth,
Yeah.
which I don't know why. I don't know why Piccolo couldn't. I guess you need like an actual guardian to create them. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah. It's interesting.
Trimba, Nubu, Chubu.
Chubu chabu. Yeah.
That's all I think of now when I see the
Goku.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all I think of
The one
when I
you
see her.
call Goku is busy.
Yep.
That is like my favorite like wish to the dragon was like bring
Oh.
back Goku, and he's like the one you call Goku's not dead. And like, okay, great, bring him here. And he's like, no, he said no. I was like, oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Like how does that work?
I don't remember Frieza having a choice when
Right.
Vegeta didn't have a choice when he was gonna go fight Frieza with Goku.
Right.
He was just like, yeah, bring everybody to Earth, and he just poofed to Earth. He didn't have a choice, but Goku was like, no, 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 please, no,
I'm all set.
I'm in the middle of training. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
pretty funny. But yeah, so I think we're in a good spot. This is yeah, it's hard to believe we're in this already, but
Yeah, it should be. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Because obviously it gets a little crazy from this point forward, I would
it gets
assume.
crazy from this point. Yeah, and it gets fun. Yeah, it gets fun.
Because I would just, not knowing literally anything, that I would assume that with the androids not being any of the androids being destroyed, Cell being pretty much totally fine, and Goku awake is going to be like pretty intense. I would imagine.
Yeah. Yep.
And also, they're talking about another level of Super Saiyan, so it's possible that all three Saiyans there, minus Gohan, will be
Yeah.
uh, a new form of Super Saiyan, which I look forward to.
Yep. Krillin goes superhuman.
Yeah,
He grows hair.
Solar Flare
He goes,
2.
when he goes superhuman, he grows a nose. I can I can smell everything. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next time we're gonna do the second part of this Imperfect Cell. We're doing 147 to 152.
Oh.
And some of these are a spoiler.
Oh, some of these are not real. Yeah.
Yeah. So those will be fun. There's no other movies to splice in here yet.
Okay. Well, the cool thing
Um,
is, uh, feels like a good saga to end the year with too, right? Because we'll be finishing the
oh
Imperfect
yeah.
Cell saga in December, so
Yep,
feels like a good wrap up to the year.
that's true. Yeah. Well, so that'll be fun. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed our discussion on Dragon Ball Z. We're having a pretty fun time covering it.
That's right.
And yeah, so we'll see you next month when we cover the last half of the Imperfect Cell Saga. It's pretty good.
Has to be. There's no other way.
Nobody believes me, but I seen him. I
I've
seen him
seen.
out there sucking people, sucking them dry.
I was like watching, I was eating like a cheeseburger, and the next thing I knew, Cletus across from me, he was getting sucked dry. He was becoming
He sucked him right there in the supermarket. I saw
right
him.
out of right out of his socks.
People just shopping and he just in there sucking them. I just, I can't believe it.
It's crazy.
But naturally, I just stood there. I watched.
I
I had
watched
to see what
everything. I filmed it.
he sucked him right out of his clothes.
かけてくるよアップルモンスター飛んでくるよ夏の香りエイリアン